My sister's pale face protruded from the thick shadows. I almost screamed from relief. Olya, I'm not sleeping. Did something happen? Olya frowned and stuck out her lower lip, a clear sign that she was about to cry.
Oh no.
It's free again. Oh, I'm so sorry.
It's there again, staring at me. Shoo her away, Tony, please. I'm so scared.
The fear that was tormenting me just a minute ago crawled away and hid somewhere in my stomach. I needed to calm Olya down. It was just a dream, silly. Don't be scared. Dreams don't bite. No one's going to harm you. Olya sobbed. She was trying her best to believe me. But was I sure myself? I have an idea. Let's go to your room and watch the video Sleeping Beauty, for example. You like that cartoon, don't you?
Why does the Sleeping Beauty have a prince and I have this scary bird?
That question took me by surprise. Alright, let's watch Cinderella.
But she also has a prince.
Yeah. My thoughts became tangled, fuzzy. What was that? What studied me with its eye while dancing furiously under the moon? The darkness was clinging to the window, and it couldn't be fooled by Grandma's old chants. It couldn't be satisfied with the feast of lard and long ashen hair.
Johnny, you coming?
Yes, yes, just a moment. Oh, hi. Nice.
Yeah.
Oh wow, we finally saw our face.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't want to laugh at Olya and her owl in the morning. Owl.
So wait, he was flashback to the past, and he had nightmare, or like it was this night before this breakfast. I think he said a sleepless night, so probably it was night before this breakfast.
Hmm.
Ding dong.
Who could be visiting us here in the middle of nowhere? We don't know anyone around here.
Yeah.
Alright, so persistent. I felt extremely unsettled from just a silly thought that our morning's guests could have come from the woods. I could barely hear voices coming from the front door. My mind was urging me to hide. In the closet.
Okay.
Under the table.
Well, choose one.
In the fridge.
Yeah.
Behind the curtains where Olya always hides.
Johnny, come here. Oh, you're in trouble, boy.
I felt like kettlebells were tied to my feet, but still dragged them towards the hallway.
Police!
A couple of policemen towered over me in the doorway. They smelled like frost and worry.
Nice smell. You know this thing?
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
What's it called again?
Eula.
My mom always winced and grumbled the moment she saw patrol cars.
Worse than bandits.
At the moment, though, she looked somewhat confused. Hello? The senior officer who wore a grim expression nodded.
This one.
Hmm.
A boy had gone missing yesterday. His name is Vova. Look at this, please. Have you seen him?
The policeman held out a photograph to me. There was a ginger boy around the age of elementary school pictured with a wall carpet as the backdrop. He had a striped car in his hands and wore a wide smile. No, I haven't.
Are you sure?
Are you sure? Oh yes, please, you.
Are you sure? Look closely.
Where would I see him? I don't know anyone around here. I barely leave the house.
Well, maybe you've seen him around him from the window. That's right. Your windows look straight at the forest, don't they? Oh, thanks, Mom.
Snitch. The window. No, I haven't seen anything.
I see.
He sounded tired, but his eyes... His stare, long and heavy, was full of suspicion. I squirmed unwittingly under the weight of guilt which his giant shadow cast over me. The policeman finally tore his eyes from me and glanced over the hallway, the stairway, and the cracks in the ceiling, which I haven't noticed before for some reason.
How do you like oh god. How do you like your new place, by the way? Getting used to it, huh? Bit by bit. It's just our little daughter misses the city a lot. Misses the city, huh? Have the locals been treating you well? Yes, everything is alright, thank you.
The policeman pierced through me one more time with his grey eyes. My head started spinning. Can I help you somehow? I asked that in a shaky voice to look like a polite boy and to end this unpleasant conversation sooner.
Now that I think about it, you look just like one of my nephews, little fella. He's a witty boy around your age, wears the same type of goggles, haha. Always engrossed in reading those mystery novels. Told me he wants to enroll at police school when his family visited this summer. Wanted to help other people, just like me, see?
I felt uncomfortable, as if a distant relative and not a police officer stood before me.
You know what? Little boys like you should stay at home, stay away from trouble. The times have changed so much.
Mom interjected in a cold voice.
You don't say.
Great talk.
Yeah. Oh, well then, what grade are you in, Tony boy?
6th.
Have you made any friends here so far?
Not yet. I'll be going to school for the first time after a break.
Ah, then I'll leave you my number just in case. Call me if you have any new info.
The policemen were gone along with their shadows, the smell of cheap cologne, and the photo of a smiling boy. His face still stood before my eyes. I wonder what it was like for him being all alone there. For some reason I thought of the forest swaying in the wind. What did his poor parents feel? And what would my parents do if I'd gone missing? Would they cry and thrash around hysterically? Or would they accuse each other like they always do and forget about me eventually? Mom, this Vova, did he go missing in our forest?
Seems like it. Poor child.
I looked out the window at the road. The police UAZ drove off towards the village. The officer's nephew came to mind when I was splitting off old paint from the windowsill. I remembered all the teenage mystery novels from the Black Kitty series I've read this summer. Your average boys and girls investigated all sorts of mysteries there. They looked for clues, spied on suspicious people. And after a set of amazing adventures, bam, solved any complicated case. They became local celebrities and must have made their parents very proud. I noticed a trail of policemen's footprints that led to the forest. And then it clicked in my head. Why don't I start an investigation of my own?
Oi.
Maybe I'll find that lost boy.
Oi, oi.
And I'll get a reward. Olya will be so happy.
Oi, 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 oi.
Yay. And not only Olya, Mom and Dad too. Maybe they'll even forget about their quarrels for a while. Maybe I'll even save us from the D word. I fantasized about buying Olya a Tamagotchi and getting a cassette player and a bunch of tapes for myself. And a whole box of Kinder Surprise.
Nice.
When was the last time our parents bought us any toys? Last autumn, I think. My dad had lost his job at the time. There's that annoying song about it. I had little to no idea what was the accountant's job like. They count money, I think. Neighbors used to envy us. But nowadays Mom and Dad barely had money to afford sweets, and Dad would always divide a single chocolate bar between me and Olya. Sometimes I gave her my share too.
Aww.
No matter how much I wanted to eat sweets, she was still just a pipsqueak. I couldn't wait to go out looking for clues. I'm going outside.
Yeah, right. You want the police to go run with your photograph next? The forest is so thick. What if the boy got snatched up by wild animals or something even worse?
Even worse echoed through the hallway. I won't go far. I'll stay away from the forest.
Did you hear what I said? Or should I repeat myself? Better go pack your school bag and play with Olya.
The sound of splashing water came from the kitchen. It meant that the argument was over and Mom had the last word.
Ooh, options.
Oh my goodness. Let's die outside.
You don't want to open this first? Or you think
Sure.
it's gonna be like one?
You're the boss.
Well, I don't know.
I
What
have
does
no
that
idea.
do?
What is that?
Oh,
Ooh.
I can. Okay. This
You
cross,
read.
This cross had seen so many people came and go in this house. It was black as if it absorbed all human sin from the long years it was hanging under the ceiling. After Grandma died, Mom was going to take it off and hang a horseshoe in its place as a lucky charm, but she cut herself with the cross sharp corner and almost fell from the stepladder. Dad called it a sign from above and ordered the cross to be left alone in its rightful place. Alright. My parents prohibit me from making long distance calls, but from time to time I really want to hear my old friends. Sometimes I would just pick up the phone, listen to the low hum of the zoomer and the distant cracking, imagining the wind howling in the ice-laden chords. That's it? Oh, okay. Mom's peg toy, Top, a family relic. Mom played with it when she was little, then she gifted it to me. Oля was next in the succession line. The toy belonged to her now. Belonged. She stared at the dancing spindle as if it could show her something, a fairy tale or maybe even our future. Now even my sister was a bit too old for the old squeaky peg toy. Peg top, God. Always want to say peg toy. Okay, so we opening or we going or what?
Yeah, open, I guess.
Ooh! Dark, stuffy closet. Mom says it smells like mice, but how would she know their smell? She hates when I stick my nose in there. She's afraid I'll cut myself on the freshly sharpened axe. And Ola can't even be lured close to it. She thinks Baba is living there. I tried to help her fight her fears once. I opened the door and turned on a dim lamp so she would see there was nothing but cobwebs, dead stools, and scratched walls. She still didn't believe me, and I like to hide in the closet and listen to Ola count outside 1, 2, better hide from me, and then drag her feet on the creaking floorboards, hoping that she wouldn't need to look for me in the cramped monster's den. Okay, so
we don't get to. I want the axe.
Yeah.
Oh well.
But no. Oh, Anton, get your ass out of the closet immediately. All right.
Again. Open it again.
Yeah, same.
Okay.
Should we go to the kitchen? But I think...
I think you should try to go to the front yard and get screamed at.
Ah, yeah. Anton! I will whip you if you make a single step out the door.
Try it again.
I need to distract Mom somehow, or I'll get scolded and my ass whipped with Dad's leather belt. Oh! Okay. Distraction.
He's just standing there.
Yeah.
Oh, so many things.
Oh, I'm so busy today, so busy. The decrepit and stain-covered calendar was once my favorite form of entertainment in Grandma's house. I remember waking up and running to the kitchen so I could tear off yesterday's leaf first thing in the morning, as if the coming day would get lost in the taiga forest without my help. One day closer to New Year, one day closer to Grandma's funeral. Wow. I haven't touched this calendar for years now. Since the time they started writing dark and spooky death chants that only made me gloomy instead of funny proverbs and superstitions, to be exact. Ooh! I grabbed a dusty calendar leaf with caution and it tore off effortlessly. God. Sadly, the spooky descriptions from my childhood were still there. 7 horses carry the log. If 7 can't carry, bring the 8 from a ferry. Okay. They will take it away and never come back. This is the fate the log cannot escape. I crumbled the grey leaf and threw it into the waste bin, hoping to get rid of the anxiousness that washed over me. It was spreading inside me like an ink stain on blotting paper. All right.
Let's read another one.
Another one?
Mm-hmm.
I won't touch it ever again.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, turn number 8.
Emercom of Russia had declared the state of emergency due to adverse weather conditions. According to the weather forecast, a cyclone is moving toward the region. Expect heavy snowfall, blizzards, and snow drifts on the road. Keep your eyes open and take care of yourself. Or stay at home! Don't go anywhere, you fool!
Just like the corona. Oh.
Машина, в которой он находился, была обстреляна неизвестными вооруженными лицами.
What?
Куплю жене сапоги.
Это просто лето. А вот оно надо.
Buy shoes, winter shoes. And before was like news, the car was like shot by, some unknown suspects.
And somebody was armed.
Yeah. Alrighty then. What else? This. I took a peek at Mom's crossword. She would get very angry when someone gave her advice, so me and Dad faked knowing the answer and being about to reveal it all the time. I smiled at that fleeting, though vertical 9 letters, the name of the Philistine deity that protected them from viper bites and had a nickname, the Lord of Flies. What? Second letter is E. What? I have no idea.
E.
What?
Well,
You're
I don't
Googling.
know. In Helltaker, there's this. One of them is the Lord of Flies. It's Beelzebub.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, Philistine god, says Wikipedia. So yeah,
Okay.
Beelzebub.
I would know that. Oh. The side of an old ocean freezer was a record with my childish drawings, Mom's recipes, and all kinds of stickers from bubblegum with dinosaurs that Ola liked so much. Yeah. Almost among the still life picture hung a piece of rolled paper with the phone number of a police officer who visited us. First Lieutenant Tikhonov. I read inside my mind, looking at the officer's sprawling handwriting. A scrap of paper was held by 2 pieces of a broken magnet from some old Soviet toy, and those pieces just barely covered up the numbers as if to taunt me. I learned towards it to unveil the mystery and take the piece to a safer place where it would wait for its time, when I would finally find Vova and be the first to call the police with the happy news. Anton! Mom's reproachful eyes stared at me. What do you need it for? Hands off! You lose it! Angry my mom was the last thing I wanted, so I lowered my hand. No fun. Let's check what's in the fridge. Ooh!
What's the thing in front of Voind?
This? I think it's
Marge?
like maybe this cheese spread. Maybe.
Or margarine, but yeah, it looks like.
Or that, yeah. Oh, I think this is that butter or yeah.
And can you recognize the medicine? Well, something mole. Okay.
Paracetamol, maybe.
No, maybe.
Yeah.
So she doesn't scream at you for keeping the freezer open for
Yeah.
minutes. That's nice.
Grandma kept ice cream for me and Ola there, but now I could only see meat bits for soup and clumped together pelmeni. I grew to hate them already.
Ha! What? No!
Yeah.
Impossible.
Meat bits for soup and pack of pelmeni. I like pelmeni.
Pelmeni are the best.
Yeah. So yeah, we have only one option left.
We can.
Oh, okay.
You completely ignored your mother. How could you?
I can't
Oh,
click
wait,
on...
what?
Oh, okay. It was difficult to lie to Mom, but there was no other way for me to run away from home.
Mom, something's wrong with the TV. The picture is dim and there are stripes all over the screen. Mom's face became visibly distorted.
Ah, you're killing me here. So I have... have you had enough of shooting those stupid ducks now? Told you the kinescope will go dim because of your console. Well, will we find a TV technician in this hole, huh? Maybe it's just... Oh, sorry.
Maybe it's just the settings. Please go see for yourself.
Strange, it worked fine in the morning.
Maybe the snowfall caused it. Mom rubbed her hands clean off on her apron and went to Olya's room.
So can
Success!
we take something now or not? This? No, this?
Oh, didn't you plan to take something from the fridge and she stopped you? From the side of the fridge?
It was X that I wanted to take. Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
She's still... What?
But can you go to the kitchen? Oh no.
It's too late.
I opened the front gate and went into the field. Didn't even dress up.
Yeah, well, I think in the kitchen we had nothing to take.
Carefully, so Mom wouldn't see me from the window. When I crossed half of the distance towards the forest, the snow piles became as high as my knees.
Oh, yeah.
I remember my nightly fears. I saw those silhouettes around here. They were jumping around, holding hands. That hypnotizing music started playing in my head all on its own. In the light of day, those distant figures felt like a simple dream. The sun turned my nightmares to ash, but the aftertaste was still there. Distant ringing in my ears, distorted shadows crawling on the snow alongside me. And a barely audible whisper in my head, blurry and almost kind. Everything was silent. So silent, I felt like the world was totally empty. No ground, no sky, no parents, no Olya. The time reached its limit, a one-way trip that ended at the forest's piney stockade. Sometimes silence was much scarier than any scream. Our parents would scream at each other while arguing, and both me and Olya turned to stone listening to them. But then always came the ringing silence. Our apartment became numb a couple of days before we departed. It was hard to remember the last time Mom and Dad joked around, laughing, or spent time together, almost like all of it was in a previous life. When they kissed, with Olya present, she always frowned and snorted in a funny way. But one day it all changed. Something important had left our home, and something scary filled the remaining void. It was as if a fire broke up and our parents were hurriedly packing our belongings, trying to save themselves and us. From who, though? From the people with dead cold eyes who sometimes visited us in a previous home? The eyes that only saw balls of worms on the black ground in everything? And somewhere far away a siren was going off, trying to warn us of the coming menace. I shuddered, chasing away my delusions, and looked around.
Nice head.
There were only me, this white field, and the wind that was whipping up icy dust and belts of powdered snow. I squinted from the sun and turned my eyes to the sunless forest. It looked especially dark in contrast with the blinding whiteness. Knobby tree roots slithered under the snow like fat snakes. Rotten leaves and coniferous needles froze into the ice. There's a glove.
Yeah.
Dry, prickly branches intertwined, bringing up uncomfortable thoughts about fences. Were they protecting the forest? Or were they keeping something from breaking out? Some object was hanging from one of the pointy branches. That looks creepy.
Yeah.
I tried to get closer, drowning the snow. And when I almost got to the edge of the forest, I saw a knitted mitten. It looked like a wounded bird among the hungering semi-dark. Should I take it to the police?
Would be good, no?
Their senior officer looked gloomy, but he still reminded me of Captain Casanova from my favorite TV show called The Streets of Broken Lights.
Not really.
Is that a... Do you know that?
Yeah.
Is that a real show?
Yeah, it is. But the Casanova character, he is tall and skinny and had short hair, like with the gel on it, so they're flat, and shiny. So, and he had like long coat and hat, so the guy didn't look like him at all.
He was also always anxious with a tired look in his eyes, but still brave and strong. Will this mitten help them find the lost boy? Yeah. Vova! Oh, that's probably you.
Why?
It's probably the mother. Or it could be the father. Or it could be the sister.
But his name is Anton, so he's calling for Vova. The Vova got lost.
Damn it. I heard a distant shout. Wait, what? Okay, so it wasn't me.
Oh, okay.
Or was it?
I don't know.
Looked like it came from the river. Nobody knows.
Vova!
Vova! Whoever. As if the trees were calling out to someone. Maybe it's Vova's parents. Vova! Resounded closer to me. Okay. Someone was standing there behind the trees.
Doom, doom, doom.
Hiding. Vova! I knew someone was looking for the lost boy, but still. Something was unsettling about that figure.
I don't see anyone. Do you see anyone?
Nope.
Where is he?
Its stillness, how it was bent unnaturally toward the ground.
Are we supposed to see it already? Because I don't.
I wonder too.